Hi, everybody. It is me. I am Suananian of Soulfully You Wellness. And here we are today, um, getting ready for another Wisdom Wednesday. So, thank you for joining me. Every week we get together and see what the Tarot Masters have to tell us. I have no idea. Do you? So, if you see me and you want to hop in, just say hi in the chat and the comments. And the Tarot Masters will begin talking. I'm just shuffling the cards, putting my energy into the cards, my questions. How can we serve, understand, and kind of get a glimpse into our world, what's going on? What do we need to know? And so the Tarot Masters will work with us. And then if there's time at the end of this reading, those that are here will get a card pull so they can directly support you in your life. So, hey Lynn, how are you? So good to see you. Happy Wednesday to you too. Thank you for hopping in. I had a little family thing. This card wanted to pop out. Let's see. Oh, okay. So this is the first card that popped up. Oh, interesting. All ones today. So this is, you know, what's happening right in this moment. This is like the precursor to what's happening. So here we have the Six of Wands. The precursor is the Two of Wands. And here we have the King of Wands. That's unusual, right? The Wands. Oh, okay. So the Wands are talking about some of the issues that we may be experiencing right now. There could be bumps in the road, obstacles, and the thing is, if you can see, she has the power to move the obstacles. The wands signify the obstacles. They're all around her, and somebody else could feel like they're blocked in, but this card is telling us that we have the power to remove the blockages. So it's not happening to us. It's not immovable. It's not a permanent situation. Actually, it's pretty empowering. It's reminding us, you know, slow down, look at the obstacle at hand, and get really quiet. If we meditate, we can talk to God, Creator, Tankishla, Yahweh, Adonai, Allah, Creator, whatever name we use. If we get quiet, we can talk. When we meditate, we can hear. We can hear the wisdom, the answers to our prayers. Prayer is really important. So this reminds us that we have the power. Just slow down and just like go inside and get really quiet. And then start working with your spiritual team. Each of us has a spiritual team. I do this professionally, but I'm not the only one. You can too. So, you know, if you don't know how, give me a holler. I can, I'm happy to teach you how to get real information, real solid information for yourself. This is a time where, you know, the world is so filled with chaos that it's really good to sit still, because we just need to regroup and to find our center. Remember that if we're projecting into the future, if we're worried and we're fearful, we're in anxiety and fear. we're not in the present moment. If we are thinking about the past and our worries, our traumas, we are not in our center, in the most powerful place. We are in the trauma. So right now it's a really important reminder that here she is stopping, slowing down, so she can hear that, be in that moment where she can really access her wisdom. So that's the card for today. Now, wands are also about our, it's about fire, the element of fire, that spark of creation, that passion for living. And again, this is, to really move forward in a conscious way, in the way that's going to stir and feed our soul. We have to be in the present moment. Okay? Now, it's so funny because this card is, I pulled this card and the other cards follow, but they all speak, and here we have her in the center of the two pillars, right? I was just talking about this card where, you need to slow down, be in the present moment. And this card is the card that, shows the dilemma and also the potential. So here she's holding a crystal ball, which is also a reflection of her world. And she's sitting in between the two pillars, so she's in the center pillar, not quiet, reflecting. What does she really want to create, right? So many of us, we create all the time. We create all the time. But what are we creating? Often, we're creating from our subconscious, our fears, our worries. And there's an old axiom that says, what we focus on, we create. The thoughts and the words and the deeds become our next creations. So even our thoughts, our worries, will propel energy out into the world. And so here she is slowing down and looking at really consciously what she wants to create. And it can be quite a joyful experience, when you're focusing on what you want and then you start seeing that to manifest, right? That is a lot of fun. It doesn't mean the old stuff, the worries and all that goes away, but there's simple techniques and tools to really go in there and eradicate that old stagnant energy. Simple healings. So, there's different kinds of healings that can go in and just pull energy out. You don't have to live with it. You don't have to suffer. I'm not a doctor or a therapist. I focus solely on the energy of my clients. And when clients come in and we're doing energy work, or we can see the stagnant, where the river gets dammed up, and so you just clean out the river, the energy flows, you can actually pull out that old trauma. You don't need to suffer, and there are answers. So when we change our energy, our story changes. And so then we can go into quieting our mind, really focusing on what do we want to create. So if you're having an issue that is before you, like this card is suggesting, you have the tools and you are capable of transforming all of that through awareness, through healing, whether it's energy healing, whatever it is, even if it's physical healing, that you're searching for, you can just slow down. And where do I need to go? Where is that healing? What is going to take care of? What is the best tool that's going to address my situation? Pull that out, work on that. I say pull it out and it sounds so easy. In many cases it is, but there are people that are dealing with really big issues that it may be layers and layers, and it may be more doctors and what have you. You need to go to the place that is going to be in your best interest. A lot of times I work with doctors and therapists, and it's a really great approach as everybody brings their expertise to you. I'm not for everybody. This is where, and I say that lovingly because I want you to be well. I want you to get the best tool for your situation. A carpenter doesn't just use a hammer, right? He's got a screwdriver, a hammer, a level. He's got, maybe blueprints, architectural plans. He's got, cement mixers. And so, when we're building something, we need the right tool for the right situation. So this reading is for you. If you're dealing with something, yes, there is an answer. You are not helpless, hopeless. You're not stuck. This actually shows movement, so there is something for you. This card that preceded the Six of Wands is telling you, get quiet, get still and hear the answers for you. There's so much change in the world right now, and so it's really important to create a safe place so that you're standing in between. You are in the middle pillar. You're not too severe, not too merciful that that you get taken advantage of. Healthy boundaries are important, and yet compassion. And by being in the middle pillar, there's peace, and you're holding this crystal ball, this reflection of your universe, and the answers are here. So that's really fabulous. Okay. So, and here is the final card. So here we are. We become the King of the Wands. So through this is a card of triumph. So by sitting and getting your information, moving your world, doing the things that you need to do, you are an active participant. These cards are telling you that there's movement happening that needs to happen. Don't sit on the sidelines and just take what's given to you, right? You are actually the king, the master of your universe. And here is the king, humble, regular guy, taking care of himself and those around him, wearing his crown. And this is you through this journey of transformation and empowerment, right? It's a really great card. In this card too, there I can feel like you got this. Very hopeful. Slow and steady. Just keep going. The gold ring is before you. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Deanna. Lynn, are you still with us? I'm so glad that you guys could make it too. It's wonderful having you, being inspired by these cards and these tarot masters, and being with my friends. So, hey, Lynn. And this, victory is not far away. It is closer than you think. And when we, I hear reconcile, one second, when we, as we step forward in life and we reconcile the, um, the bumps before us, there's a confidence that grows, right? And this is like, this is what the card is saying, like, there is going to be a confidence that you build. So, and with your situation, of course, but also how you even present yourself in the world, how you're walking through the world. There's a confidence that grows, and instead of feeling frustrated, stuck, imposed upon, burdened, fearful about the future, it's like this is an opportunity for you to develop a real relationship with your spiritual team. They're always with you. They are solely focused on you and your progression, your spiritual progression, and your life. So they're here to help. So you're learning various skill sets, and it's and when we have a relationship, a real working relationship with our spiritual team, you'll never feel alone, even though the world could be topsy-turvy like it is now, right? Our spiritual team is there and can sustain us, can support us, and advise us, when we're in this middle pillar. So this is an amazing opportunity of personal growth. It's so funny. A lot of this middle pillar is coming up, and we do have a Kabbalah program coming up in June. So if anybody's interested in how to use the Tree of Life, just give me a call. This is the Universal Kabbalah, so it's not associated with any religion or particular group of people. This is in the Western esoteric tradition, so it's universal, and it's actually it's an ascension and initiation process, going up the tree and learning how to use it. Hey, Destiny, it's so good to see you. Oh, Eileen, you love Kabbalah, so we should talk. It's amazing. You would love this program, and it would really support your path. Because I know that you're into really deep spiritual growth. So here we have the King of Wands, and he holds the wand. In his case, it's a staff. This is what he leans on to steady himself through life. This is it's his magical tool. It steadies him. It connects him to heaven and earth, and moves him forward. And I hear weapon, but it's not in the way that you would traditionally think of weapon. It's his magical tool of creation. He points it, stomps it, like he moves energy with it. So this is, there is tremendous growth with these three cards. Does anybody have any questions about these three cards? I mean, if you have a question, even how they pertain to your life, let the Tarot Masters support you. Just put it in the comments, and I'll read it. So Eileen says, Kabbalah, the most beautiful system. She studied it a bit before finding her traditions. Yeah. This is this Universal Kabbalah is in the Western esoteric tradition. So it is a path of ascension and initiation that works for everybody. You don't have to be 40 years old. You don't have to be a certain religion, and you don't have to be a man. You get the deeper teachings that are available. So, yeah, I can't wait to do it again. So, okay, so you guys seem to be done with these 3 cards. Were they helpful? Okay, so here we started with, this is the precursor to this card, right, and to this card. So just summarize, we stand here, you have all the power, just get in that middle pillar and create your world. The middle pillar is a pillar of balance, and so that we can pull from the entire tree of life. The tree of life is the blueprint of the universe, and so here this card tells us that we have the power. Slow down, be in the center, and do this. This card is telling us that the particular situations that we're dealing with, we have the power. Just be in that middle pillar, and you can, ask your spiritual team what you need to do, and you have the power. Just click your heels, Dorothy. You're okay. You have the power. Nobody else has the power to change your life like you do. And then here we have the outcome, the King of Wands, standing in his power, compassionate, soft, comfortable, confident, and clear-seeing. The King of Wands is intelligence, and this is intelligent, our psychism, our inner knowing. And air is about thought. So again, it supports all this. The wands really address this issue, whatever you're working through. So, yay. Okay, so Lynn was here first, so let's pull a card. Lynn, you want a card? I bet you do. Let's see what card is calling to Lynn. What card? I think this card. Oh my God, Lynn. Here we have wands again, and whatever, they're organized. These are your issues seem to be lining up, and you see things, Lynn. Like, people are surprised that, like, you're very you hide, and people, you're very aware and attuned to the world around you, and the word I hear is astute. You see, so you're looking through all the things, the BS before you, and you're studying it. You're not even sure at this point. You might not even be sure what you're really seeing, but you're looking through, like you kind of like parted the veil, right? And you're looking beyond, like what's beyond the noise before you. Does that make any sense? And I think this is what's telling me you've been contemplating your next move. I don't know if it's your house. It feels like your house, but you're really not taking that seriously at this point. But maybe you've been kind of scanning the scenario. What do you want next? It feels like you might be coming to an end, or just ending your Oh, spot on. Okay, that's helpful because, like sometimes when you dive into these things, you're like, where am I getting this from? Um, so you might be, so yes, you are looking at the house. It looks like you're at the tail end of your career. It doesn't feel like it's really complete yet, but like oh, okay, retiring. Yeah, so that's it, and moving. Um, and this is what I'm hearing, like the cards that came up, maybe that's what it was coming up for you, Lynn. It's like maybe you're looking at it, get really quiet, like where do you want to be? Like where do you want to be? What's going to make your heart happy? Um, and that doesn't feel like it's settled yet. You have close ties. Where do you go? Um, like what's the next? Because this is, be really clear, this is this is, hmm, yeah, this feels like a new chapter is approaching. You're probably, if I was looking at a book, you've got about like 3, 5 pages left. You're coming to the end of a chapter. And you feel tired, like you, you've been committed and stationary for a while. Um, so you got a little bit of time. And go back to this original card, Len. This is going to be really helpful for you. Just get really quiet, go for a walk in the woods. Um, are you riding? I know your baby is no longer with us, but are you riding? Like that was your really quiet place, and you got a lot of answers. You got a lot of answers, just because your brain was like in a beta state. It would slow down, and you would just really be present in the moment. If you know somebody with a horse, I see you on the trails. It would be really good for you. Go find somebody, Lynn. You know people, if it calls to you. But you used to do really well there, and I think part of you is, you're still grieving, and find your happy place so that you can stand and be really quiet and start dreaming about the next chapter in your book. Okay? Does that make sense? I want to hear too. I want you to, I am missing, yeah, yeah. And I don't have my glasses. I am missing that link and need to fill the void. Yeah, I think it'll bring you a lot of joy, because right now you feel kind of like bored, stagnant. You're not where you were very, there was a lot of movement, action before. This is a time, you can really slow down and think about what this next chapter is going to look like for you. Like, what do you want to do? What do you want to learn? What do you? It doesn't. There's some travel, but it doesn't feel like that's what you live for. So listen, we could always dive deeper, but that's what I'm getting here, and I don't want to go into your deep personal business in on on a live reading. That wouldn't be fair to you. So, okay, let's see who is next. And Lynn, keep me posted. I'm invested. I care about you. So, um, let's see who else. Eileen. Eileen, that's who I think is next. Okay, so, Eileen, are you here? Oops. Okay. Okay, so, let's see, Eileen. Okay. The Lover's card. So I know this is ironic, Eileen, and but the thing is, actually, it's there is a new space in your life. Okay, so you get the Lover's card. There is new space in your life for love. It's not outside of yourself, though. Sometimes the Lover's card, sometimes the Lover's card signifies a new relationship. But here I'm seeing huge growth, huge growth. Now, to really create, we need the masculine within us as well as the feminine within us, right? We have the masculine principle and the feminine principle. We might be feminine or masculine, but everybody has the masculine and feminine. And this is a card of huge growth. It feels like, actually, that you've held yourself back, played small, focused elsewhere, on an old relationship. So I'm not going to go into that because, we're live and in private, but I do want to acknowledge that by doing that, it was a distraction for you. And now this whole world has opened up. It was really, it was shocking. It was like, WTF. And there was some fear because you had played small. And the beautiful part is that you're actually now seeing yourself come alive. It doesn't ignore the experience and the things that you have to look at and what you have to learn with and what you have to still deal with. It doesn't, we can go back to this original card. How interesting is this, how the cards are all like going back to this original spread. But like here, you're now in the center and your focus is on you. What are the possibilities? What do you really want to create? Who's really in your life? Who are the supporters and who are the distractors? And you're moving into a really great place. The universe doesn't, there are no voids in the universe. Not in our physical world. So when something apparently moves and leaves, what are we filling it up with? In the old case, you filled it up with energy, that old energy, that old you, and it couldn't stay. It wasn't for you. So that energy is released, and now you have this like open canvas of what is all the possibilities. And so here, go back to this original card and really start dreaming. Now, we might not even know what we want, right? Like, because most of the time we don't even know what's possible. We don't, it's about knowing our true self, who we are, what our work is, who am I, where am I going, what is my purpose, why am I here? And so these are the real important questions. Again, it's so crazy how Kabbalah is here today. It's all the questions of the seeker, and what our purpose is. And so there was this void, and your words, your thoughts, your actions are going to create a new world, right? Because there are no voids. We will fill it with something. And so this is where, like, your meditations, your work with your orishas and your magic and all the good things, like, what are you really going to do? Some of the things that are popping for you are, I see more online things, more teaching, but speaking. I see you as stepping out in your tradition more as an elder, as a teacher. And I'm just looking, like who is. It feels like somebody around you. You already have the possible player, like the person, maybe your teacher, your but be really clear what you want. Now is a time with healthy boundaries and being directed, really working with spirit, not being so accommodating, right? Even going back to Kabbalah, the pillar of mercy, the pillar of severity, you've given a lot, and it hasn't always been appreciated and taken. So, this is a time of really stepping into your power as the queen that you are. Okay, does that help? And you say it's a little scary. With your spiritual team, we just serve. When there's healings to help with the fear, the old programming being seen. I know you're shy. That's what I'm hearing anyway. You're shy, and it's time for you to be in the spotlight. There are too few leaders that lead with grace and service and humility, and your work is needed so that this power can be handed down in a good way. So your time is right. You're right in the middle of good timing. You're actually threading. What I see is like you, and at first I see this like old time lock in a door, and you are actually threading the needle. You're going through a new doorway, and it's very exciting. So, if you need healing, whatever you need, take care of those things so that you can move forward. Remember the original card. You need to be in the middle pillar. The issue is here. You have the keys. Click your heels, Dorothy. Right? And here, step into your next level of greatness. Okay? And here we have so that you can become your true self, truly merged as the creator that you are. To create, we need both male and female within ourselves to be balanced and strong, because with both magic happens. Okay? All right. So Eileen says, thank you, spot on, scary but fun, yes. And she's always worked with others, of course. And you're being asked to, that's all a precursor to, like, we're all doing things that one second, one voice. We're all doing things that show us some of who we are. We all have a purpose. We all came here with a divine plan. We all have a purpose. And so we're doing things that are in our wheelhouse in some capacity, right? And the point of our spiritual growth is to step into the greater beings that we are, so that we can rise and do more and be more of ourselves. I had a friend, somebody asked, like, when are you retiring? And I thought about it, and I thought about it. I'm like, when I'm 105? Like, I love my work. I love my work. I love getting up. I love being with people and being their trusted advisor and helping them, get their goals. This is like, who wouldn't love this? So all of us have our purpose. Even though I've been doing this for 24 years in this lineage, I can't wait to see where I'm going. I'm still growing. The well is deep and vast and infinite. And when, like, I've never touched the sides, I've never touched the bottom of the well. This is the journey of a lifetime. So I'm just, like, so happy I get to do this, spend this time with you, and cheer you on, because we are in this together, and this is beautiful. Okay, so let's see who else is here. Okay. I know Deanna's here. I just want to make sure I'm not leaving anybody out. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Everybody. Carmen, I think you came in before Deanna. So I'll do Carmen, then Deanna, and then that looks like we are done today. Oh, we're right on time. Carmen, are you here, darling? I'm on a roll today. By the way, I just want to, if you don't know who I am, I'm Sue Ananian with soulfullyyouwellness.com. And my podcast is Energetically Yours Wellness on Spreaker.com. So if you want to hear more, I'm all over the place nowadays. So, okay. Oh, Destiny, I'll get you too. So, Carmen, Page of Cups. Page of Cups. Not surprised. Water. Carmen is in beautiful Puerto Rico. Carmen, you feel really quiet. But I see color, I see community, but small community. You might be small and quiet. Feels like you're coming out of hibernation. I see the moon for you, Carmen. So you might be, preparing something for this full moon. I just see you on the beach, and really reflective. Feels like you're getting a lot of information, like pondering something really, really deep. And it feels like there's like a kind of like a melancholy feeling. Hmm. Well, Carmen, feels like you're like it kind of like in the cocoon phase. And I think you're looking Friday. Today is Wednesday. Friday there's a full moon, and it would be really good for you to work with the moon and to go down by the water. And when the water is lapping up on the beach, just to tune in to your deepest self. Okay? Okay. Okay. Somebody reminded me. I said it was Carmen and then somebody else. What did I say? Deanna. Thank you. Spirit came. Okay, Deanna, let's see. Who is speaking to you? Okay. Wow. A lot of swords today. So here we go. Now, this woman is kind of like in warrior mode. There were some obstacles. She just like grabs that and she's like, no way. Pulls it out. Okay. She's got her crown on and she is commanding these forces to move. And it's as simple as that. She's moving it. She's actually stepping through. It's like stepping through the veil with this wand that had been blocking her way and now becomes her sword. So it's a very it reminds me like the magician card is coming up. So she's stepping through maybe some challenges, figured it out, and now you're like moving right through it. And if you get in her way, she's gonna clunk you on the head. She's like determined. Good. Okay. Destiny. Deanna. Very relevant, Deanna says. Good for you. You're like determined, girl. Look at, can you feel the energy? You're like, get the fuck out of my way. I'm coming through. And that's really good because there's something that you've been focused on, and there's been some blockages, and she says, yeah, I don't mess around. I can see it with this card. You don't mess around. Actually, you've been focusing on this diligently, and you're just like done, and you just pull it away and you step through. There is a power a determination. It also feels like a bit of, maybe it was a test to see, like, how much do you really want it? And I know the card feels like it was like super frustrating. You kept banging your head, and I'm moving. Can you see? You kept banging your head, but you never gave up, and you finally cracked the code. So good for you. Good for you. Hey, Carmen, did you get the reading? If not, I pulled a card for you. It's shortly before. Um, Deanna, very interesting because it feels like I've turned a corner recently. Definitely was banging my head. Yeah, that card just, it's like it just says everything. And you were just um, dogged. You just kept banging at that door. Kind of like you shouldered it. You just like manhandled it. You just like were banging, and you're through. So you're just through. So now, like, you're not even stepped all the way through yet. Like, you're just stepping through. But God help anybody that gets in your way. Like, nobody's going to stop you. Is what I'm hearing. Really, really great job. Kudos to you. A lot of people would have quit, given up, went into victim. Poor me, I can't do it. What's going on? Blah blah blah. They're old stories, and you just pushed your way through it. So now go back to the original card, right? Like, what do you want to create? Keep going, keep pushing through. It feels like you have it doesn't feel like you have to go all the way back to this card. Like, you don't have, you can revamp, you can look at it again, but it feels like you have a really solid view of what you're trying to do. And, a full reading, like, you guys know these are one card readings, right? A lot of fun, a lot of validation, can be eye-opening, hopeful, and all that. But if you really want to get into the weeds, we can do a full spread, a full reading that is just for you. And that you just contact me at sue@soulfullyouwellness.com. And we can dive into the weeds and create. I work with a lot of business people, and we do that. We can do a reading, find out what they want to create, and then do the healings to pull away the things that are stopping them, impinging on their freedom and their commitment to their work in the world. Destiny, let's pick a card for you. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups can be like the wish card. I wish that maybe you're wishing for something, and you can see that there's like a veil, there's like emotion and desire and hope, but there can be some that you're not seeing the whole picture. Does that make sense? And so, again, this is crazy. Here we go. These cards are like, go back to the original spread. It's funny how this is wild. It does, she says. She had to stand in, she tends to stand in her own way. So that is the wish. You might be seeing things as, or hoping for things as you would like them, and not what they are. So you need to go back. What is the original obstacle? What, if you want it, it's okay to have wants, right? If you want it, is it something you really want? I'm hearing that it actually, if you could, you might, if you, one second. It feels like it's almost like a fantasy. It's not even a wish. Your dream isn't really clear in front of your head. If you respond, we can go a little deeper. Um, so it doesn't feel like this want is really solidified. It doesn't feel like you maybe really thought it out and created a real plan of action. And actually, if you thought about it, you might even edit that dream a little. Okay, she says it does, and that's true. So go back to getting really quiet. Do your prayers, your rituals, get really quiet, meditate with your team, and then start dreaming. Like, what do you really want? Go and you would do really well with like going for a walk, moving your body, moving your energy, letting the energy flow, and seeing what comes instead of forcing the dream. Like, it'll flow to you. And it'll flow to you in a bigger way. You're wildly talented. That's what they're saying. You're wildly talented. And there is some illusion, some trauma. We all have it, so I'm not picking on you, but there are some things that you could pull away that so that you could really begin to see what you need to do, and that energy doesn't impede your future movement. It'll kind of like clear up the gunk, kind of like cleaning out the river so that the river flows. This card has a lot to say, and the card is saying you're in your head too much. You're thinking too much, and I hear judging. Not other people, yourself, babe. So healing would be really helpful, and just moving and starting to dream about your life. It doesn't mean you have to make any choices right now. Actually, this is a phase of water is about our intuition, our deep emotions, planning. So don't take action. Don't just wildly take action because that would be a big distraction and create other issues for you right now. It would be really much more beneficial to just like go for a walk and start talking to spirit and your guides, and asking for clarity, praying. And when we pray, we're talking to God, Tonkishla Yahweh, whatever name you use. When we pray, we're talking to the Creator. When we meditate, you're meditating. It's a walking meditation where you go to your sanctuary and you talk to your higher self. Then we can get information, right? So praying is talking to the Creator, listening. Meditation is listening. So don't be so quick to fix it. You're not in a bad position, I hear. But this is a time of expansion and getting some clarity for you so that you can create well in your life. Does that make any sense? Okay. Validation for sure. Thank you. And I did see Kimba popped in. Kimba, are you still here? Do you want a card? You might have just popped in to say hi because I love you. Kimba, I'll pull a card for you anyway. Let's see. Kimba, this card is for you, and then we're done. Kimba, this is the Knight of Cups. I'm just hearing that like you are a really big feeler, and you are feeling lots of things. That's one of your the beautiful things about you, is how like invested you are in the world. A lot of movement happening. I'm hearing creativity. Well, of course, with Kimba, there's going to be creativity. She's wildly creative. Share something, please, that, okay. So I'm just asking them to, if they can give her something that would be helpful. I don't know why, but I'm seeing kind of like, I don't know if this makes sense to you, Kimba, but it looks like a ceiling, but it's rounded, almost like the gypsy caravans, the wood slatted ceilings, beautiful colors, vibrant colors. And I'm almost hearing, like I'm hearing travel, but it's not like traveling to Italy or Portugal, but it's more, there might be some fairs coming up for you. Something community oriented, down on the earth. This is like so you, fire and dancing and community and color and fabrics and makeup and jewelry. This might be part of your spiritual lineage with these beautiful beings. There feels like there's some new opportunities of freedom for you. So, that's what I got. And there's huge expansion. It feels like you're really coming into your beauty. There's a softness and a beauty. So, that's it. Okay, guys. I hope you enjoyed the readings today. I always have to go back and watch them because I don't remember. So, anyway, I'm Sue Ananian at soulfullyyouwellness.com, and our podcast is Energetically You, Energetically Yours plus Wellness at Spreaker.com. If you have any questions, you want a reading, just reach out and we can dive into the weeds and help you get all the things that you want in life. You deserve it. Anyway, it was good seeing you. I love you all, and I'll talk to you later. Have a great day.